Yeah, it is. Like, it's very easy for you to say it's manipulated, but like the dates and everything are right there, and like the times are right there.
This situation is just not looking good, and Arsenal are getting a lot of backlash. So the former now Arsenal footballer Thomas Partey has been charged with 5 counts of an armed charge and 1 of sexual assault. The offences are reported to have taken place between 2021 and 2022, the Metropolitan Police had said. The charges involve 3 women, with 2 counts of rape relating to 1 woman and 3 counts of rape in connection to a second woman, and 1 count of sexual assault linked to a third woman. The Ghanaian international denies the charges and welcomes the opportunity to finally clear his name, his lawyers said. The charges followed an investigation by detectives which started in February 2022 after police received a report of rape. Now, his ex-girlfriend was speaking out about a bunch of things that were posted online, which we'll get into. The 32-year-old's contract with Arsenal ended Monday after playing with the team since 2020. An Arsenal spokesman said the player's contract ended on the 30th of June, and due to ongoing legal proceedings, the club is unable to comment on the case. The Football Association and Premier League declined to comment. And you will see tons of tweets right now. Today, I'm ashamed to be an Arsenal fan. Michael Arteta, the board, and everyone have supported Thomas Partey have much to answer for. The club even wanted to renew him. Big strain on the institution. The only positive is that he's gone now. So since his first arrest in July 2022, Thomas Partey was arrested, questioned by police, and bailed 7 times while playing for Arsenal. People were even saying Michael Arteta is happy for Thomas Partey after everything he's been through, after he said stuff like this in interviews.
From the beginning, a fantastic goal from Thomas Partey.
It was a great goal, great feeling. We've been waiting for that one. The whole crowd has been shoot for a long time, for what he's been through and the injuries and the effort that he put his week again to be available for the team. I'm so happy for him. He deserves it.
A well-respected journalist in football sports said this Thomas Partey situation is one of the biggest scandals in footballing history. The fact that everybody knew for about 4 years and he continued to play while it was covered up and he was defended, disgusting. The backlash comes because some people are saying he should have been suspended until this situation is over to see the outcome, because Arsenal could have been potentially playing a rapist who just not been charged by the CPS or gone to court yet. I was looking through tweets and now people are looking back at old footage saying was Arsenal covering up for him, saying he took a knock or he was feeling ill or missing matches because they knew he could potentially be arrested at certain points, where he was going in for these police interviews and then obviously getting released and not charged.
Let me just check. What was Partey's injury?
Sorry?
Was Thomas Partey's injury?
Yeah, he felt something, so we didn't want to take any risks.
What was it?
Something.
And just listen to this. This really affected the women that was accusing him. They felt like they wasn't being heard by the Football Association at all, the FA. One woman told the BBC the lack of action from the club and governing body, the Football Association, contributed to her attempting to take her own life. I didn't want to exist in a world where I'm constantly reminded that rape allegations can be ignored as long as you're talented enough, she explained. Another woman said they believe if their player had been suspended after the first allegation, she would not have gone on to be sexually assaulted herself. Apparently, he carried on committing offences after he was first charged. The football bodies say that they take sexual misconduct very seriously. I don't know if clubs as well are worried about potential Benjamin Mendy situation, where numerous women accuse you, then later you're found not guilty, then accused of ruining that player's career and happen to pay out loads of money when they weren't even able to play. But we had this situation spewed online with more evidence. His ex-partner was speaking out on Twitter saying all the stuff that she endured through the hands of Partey. So this woman was his ex-girlfriend and spoke out all the way back July 2022. She said, "I came into work so excited for today and the events, only for one phone call to completely ruin what's not only going to be my next year but my entire life. It's crazy how one phone call can bring your entire world crashing down around you. Called my lawyers to let them know. They're going to be real mad at me, but F this NDA. I have my passport and like no clothes with me, but I'm here until Saturday. I'm going to order a load of shit online now, book a hotel somewhere hot and just disappear for a bit. I'm going to ruin my life by doing something I'm legally not allowed to do, then just run off to another country for some space. What this means for me is that I'm going to ruin my life by speaking out about this, but I generally cannot allow this to eat me up inside anymore. What this means for him is that 400 plus screenshots and conversations showing he's guilty will just be posted because I don't give a fuck. I have already called my lawyers to let them know I don't give a F about the libel and defamation threats I've been getting for speaking out or having to give back the money that was used to pay me off. Rapists shouldn't be allowed to get off on technicalities. Finding out your rapist will get off on a legal technicality is the most soul destroying thing ever. I don't care about my identity being revealed anymore. Someone leaked a screenshot from my private story last year, and off the back of that, I've had the most vile evil messages from people calling me a liar, and we'll see who's a liar once I post screenshots of him admitting it. That means the second incident of an R charge that he committed against me outside of the UK is now not eligible for charges. Not because he's innocent, not because there isn't enough evidence, but because I was raped 10 days before the legislation that would have put me in prison changed. Thomas Partey is a serial rapist who got lucky because the date he decided to rape me whilst we was on holiday together was 10 days before the UK law changed, allowing UK police forces jurisdiction over crimes committed outside of the UK. Anyone claiming I might lie about this for attention and money etc, he already tried to pay me off. I still went to the police. Me speaking about this now means that I'm going to be putting around 200k's worth of debt over breaking the agreements in the NDA. I've had to sit and watch people celebrate a man who ruined my life, raped me and then tried to push me down a flight of stairs. His club knew about the allegations of attempted rape against other women and exactly what he did to me, and told me that he can't do anything as I'm over 18. I've had flashbacks so traumatizing that my mum can't even touch me. Even her touching me will result in me screaming and crying, trying to kick her away because I'm reliving what happened to me. I have nothing to love for now, nothing to fight for. The entire time I was being brave was for absolutely effing nothing. I suffer with severe PTSD and have been on sedatives for the last year to deal with the night terrors, panic attacks and flashbacks I face daily. Understand that me doing this, even speaking about this, is going to result in me not only putting myself in six-figure debt, but also opening myself up to the abuse I face at the hands of his fans when they only thought I'd accused him. My family are Arsenal supporters. I had to move out of the home I lived in my entire life because I couldn't bear to hear my stepdad cheering for him in matches or being afraid to leave my room in case I hear his name mentioned on a podcast. This is the innocent man you Arsenal fans were defending. This video was recorded from my friend's phone after his agent threatened me and told me they would say I made fake videos and manipulated the screenshots.
Videos are manipulated and like...
Easy for them to fucking say.
Yeah, it is. Like, it's very easy for you to say it's manipulated, but like the dates and everything are right there, and like the times are right there. Like, how have I manipulated these when it literally shows him responding to that message? Like, very clearly him responding to that message. And him saying, no, I don't need to wake you. He said he's trying to say that he doesn't need to tell me that he's leaving and he doesn't need to wake me, when it very clearly shows right there the time that he did it. And his bitmoji's popping up. Like, how am I faking this? How am I that good at like manipulating the screen? And
why would you?
I can post screenshots for days. I tried to resolve it. We were dating. I wanted to believe that he hadn't just raped me and that there was some mistake. You guys can pause the video right now to look through all these screenshots or screenshot it, or even go over to my Instagram because I'll put them all over there as well to make it easier for you guys to read, or simply just pause the video. Thomas Partey is an admitted rapist. No woman can accuse you of raping her and your response is this: he raped me. He left me in bed unconscious, then went out to party in Ibiza, came back, laughed in my face and told me I don't get to say no to him. Not once said I was lying. She put out also these chats, which is her talking to him about after the situation that happened. You guys also can pause the screen and look through these as well. Someone asked her, has she even got a picture with him or of him when this was all going on? Can't be asked to really scroll, but here's a video of us having a swimming contest at his place before what happened in Ibiza. For anyone trying to question the timeline, I told my friend immediately after it happened. She was on a trip with me. I texted him because he didn't respond as he was out partying. He came back to tell me not to text him about it, then told no one that I had just accused him. These are photos that she allegedly had taken on the trip. She said we were dating. He asked me to travel with him for his birthday after I tried to end things with him a few weeks prior. He convinced me that he had booked the trip for us and that he was going to change, and I fell for it. She also even showed her full photos gallery to show the timeline of events and what she was doing, and as it progressed with screenshots and stuff, she put this on Twitter as well. People saying leave this to the law. He got off on the charges in Spain because of a technicality. He raped me on the 19th, and on the 29th the law changed, stating that crimes committed outside of the UK can be investigated by the UK police. Today, found out they can't. I just want the money. He paid me off already. I'm breaking my NDA by even speaking about this. I called my lawyer after finding out legislation allowed him to get off on a technicality. He organised I meet him in Harrods and offered to pay me off, and I said no. Right now I'm drunk, upset and unable to articulate myself correctly, so I'm going to log out for the night. I was made to sign an NDA, so any of this talk about doing this for the money is a lie. I've already been paid off. Me speaking now means I'm going to be sued. I can post legal documents from our settlement, hundreds more screenshots, messages from us where he never denies raping me. I can pass my medical records showing the extent of the damage he caused me mentally, as well as my psych assessment confirming I was raped and suffer with PTSD. I'm literally putting myself in 200k debt by doing this, exposing myself to online harassment, death threats and messages calling for me to be raped again. I don't care anymore. I used all my strength to proceed with the Cornyn case only to find he can get off with a technicality. Someone said, your followers have moved from 1k to 3k. Here, you got the attention you wanted. She said, I have over 20k on Instagram. I don't even use it. If I wanted attention, I would do it there. Why would I want to be called a liar, told to get raped, sent death threats, when I know I'm going to be put in 6-figure debt? Give me an extensive list of where I'm lying and I'll give you evidence for it all in the morning. No one has caught me out anywhere. I know the truth. He knows the truth. His agent knows the truth. See if I get sued, liable for this. And if it sticks, he knows what he did. Understand that I'm upset, distraught and broken by what's happened. A year of my life used to try and be strong enough to finally give him in court, and I never can. I've been drinking. I need to be able to articulate myself properly. Damage is done now. Tomorrow I will. I'm logging off now and deleting Twitter from my phone. I'll come back to this morning when I can actually properly function. I only found out a few hours ago that a technicality allowed him to walk, and he's still being investigated for his rape against another woman. Last tweet now. I did ask to return the money. My lawyer said I shouldn't because if I do then I'll be hit with libel and injunctions to stop me tweeting. This is months ago. I trusted the police would get me justice and they didn't. He can take his dirty money. I don't give a fuck. I could have lived my life 6 figures richer, but I couldn't live with the guilt of knowing that he might get away with this and people wouldn't know the type of monster he is. I can't live with myself knowing that I didn't do what I could to speak out. I was brave. I can't do this now. I fought as hard as I could. I did everything right. I went to the police. I reported to the embassy. I gave my phone up for evidence, even though I didn't have to, all for a technicality to ruin it. I was brave. Which means the other girl who come forward has a chance. Slander me all you want. I wanted to speak my truth before I mentally can't handle being here anymore. When I end my life because I can't deal with the night terrors, daily panic attacks and flashbacks, the constant reminder that he's seen as innocent, I know I did what I could. I did everything I could to get myself justice the legal way. The system is not designed to help victims. Why would I ever come out publicly and lie knowing that I'm going to be sued? Why would I speak online knowing the hate I would get? What am I gaining from this? The only place for this situation now is going to be in a courtroom to determine who is telling the truth. Like I said, he did not get his contract at Arsenal renewed. I think he was asking for too much money. They was going to renew it. But now he's going to have to face this case. The Benjamin Mendy one was a little bit different. We didn't have any women coming out online and giving details. Just that numerous women accused him and later he was found not guilty. That might be why now they're trying to be careful with stuff like this and wait until footballers are actually found guilty to punish them for it. They ended up paying Benjamin Mendy all of his wages and he couldn't even play for the club. He later took them to court. But I'll keep you guys posted on what happens with his court case. Well, we'll get to the bottom of this. DT, who's an Arsenal fan that had issues himself, said whether we like it or not, the club cannot suspend or terminate a player's contract based on the accusation until charged and found guilty. Everyone is presumed innocent. Man City recently lost a tribal over Benjamin Mendy after they suspended him without pay. He was actually charged with rape before being found not guilty, yet Man City was still in the wrong in the eyes of the court. This is also unlike the Mason Greenwood case where there was video evidence and voice recordings. How he still got away with what he did, I don't know. I'm just glad he's not our player anymore. To be charged with 5 counts of rape is serious. He's got to be remanded and face the consequences of his actions. I know I'll get the usual comments about my wife, but these are facts. Whether we like it or not, let's just hope the correct justice is served now. Let's just see what happened. I'm sure Arsenal right now are glad they didn't agree a new contract with this guy, because either way they're going to lose out in this situation, just being attached to the controversy.